Good morning, students. Welcome to the study of Standard 10, Science and Technology Part 1, Chapter 1, Gravitation. Students, I have already explained to you this chapter, but this chapter also has some numericals in it. Today, I will explain how to solve the numericals of this chapter. So, the topic for today is solving numericals of chapter 1, gravitation. Now, in order to understand how to solve the numericals, first you need to know certain things that you have already studied in your previous standard. So, we need to revise some things that you have studied in class 9. Students, in class 9, you have studied the kinematical equations of motion. Now, what are the kinematical equations of motion? There are three kinematical equations of motion. The three equations of motion are V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. These equations of motion are most important, very important in physics. These equations should be at the tip of your tongue. You should never forget these equations because these equations you have started studying them in standard 9th. Now in 10th standard you are requiring these, and in future in the 11th, 12th and in the graduation courses you need to use these equations anytime. So you should never forget these equations. Just as tables, you don't have to forget these equations, you have to learn them by heart, memorize them daily. So these equations are very important in physics. You have to use them anytime, anywhere while solving numericals. Now, there are two cases. If the body is having motion in the horizontal direction, for example, for a car moving along the road, for a man walking along the road, for a train running on the tracks, in those cases, the motion of the body is in the horizontal direction. For those problems, the equations will be written as V is equal to U plus AT, A is acceleration, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. What are V, U, A, T, S? U is the initial velocity of the body. This we have already studied in class 9. V is the final velocity of the body. U and V both are velocities. U is initial velocity, V is final velocity. A is acceleration produced in the body, S is displacement of the body, T is the time for which that displacement takes place. So these are the meanings of U, V, S, A, T. Now for horizontal direction, the equations of motion will be written as V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, V square equal to U square plus 2AS. Acceleration will be denoted by A for horizontal motion in horizontal direction. But for motion in vertical direction means when a body is thrown up or a ball is coming down or a stone is coming down from top to ground. In that case, the bodies are having motion in vertical direction, up-down motion. In that case, the same equations will be written as V is equal to U plus GT. Instead of A, you have to write G. S is equal to UT plus half GT square. V square equal to U square plus 2GS. Only difference is instead of A, you have to write G. Why G? G is the action of gravity on the body. Gravity always exists. Whether the body is going up or the body is coming down, gravity always acts on it. Hence, instead of A, you have to write G. So for up-down motion, you have to write V is equal to U plus AT, GT, S equal to UT plus half GT square, V square equal to U square plus 2GS. G you have to use. And for motion in horizontal direction, you have to use A. So remember these equations of motion. Second thing that you have to remember is sign conventions. Now what are these? The vector quantities that are involved in the problem will have to follow some sign conventions. Now what are these sign conventions? Children, remember that in standard 9th, in Maths 2, Geometry, there was a chapter called Coordinate Geometry. In that chapter, you have studied the XY coordinate system. The x-axis and the y-axis I have shown here. The x-axis, horizontal line is the x-axis. The vertical line is the y-axis. Both the axes intersect each other at the origin O. Now, the coordinates which are marked on the x-axis on the right hand side of 0 are positive. The coordinates which are marked on the x-axis on the left hand side of origin 0 are negative. This you have already studied in standard 9. Try to recollect. The coordinates that are marked on the y-axis above 0 in the upward direction are positive. The coordinates that are marked on the y-axis below 0 in the downward direction are negative. So I hope you remember this. This you have studied in geometry. Same thing, same rules you have to apply for the vector quantities that appear in the problem. So, knowledge of scalars and vectors, that is, you should know what are scalars quantities and what are vector quantities. You should be able to identify scalar quantities and vector quantities. This you have studied in standard 9, and in the videos when I had explained the chapter gravitation, there I had explained the difference between scalar quantities and vector quantities. What are scalar quantities and vector quantities? Example I will give you. Take the equation v is equal to u plus at. Here in this equation, the vector quantities are v is velocity, u is again velocity. Velocity is a vector quantity because it has magnitude as well as direction. Vector quantities are quantities that require magnitude as well as direction for their complete description. Direction is very important to describe a vector quantity. So vector quantities, all the vector quantities have direction in them. That direction is shown by the arrow that I have put over the vector quantity. This arrow, this is not compulsorily put in standard 10th, but in 11th, when you will go to 11th standard, there you have to put arrow over all the vector quantities. But now in standard 10, you need not put the arrow, but it is better to put the arrow so that it will be clear to you what are the vector quantities and what are the scalar quantities. So, velocity is a vector quantity. I have put arrow over it. Arrow shows the direction of that quantity. So, arrow. U again is velocity, initial. और ये है final. दोनों velocity ही है. Velocity में direction देखा जाता है. अगर velocity का direction निकाल दिए, it will become speed. All this I have explained in very detail in one of the videos while explaining the chapter gravitation. So, velocity में direction देखा जाता है, तो वो डायरेक्शन बताने के लिए एरो इज वेरी एसेंशियल टू बी रिटन अबव द सिंबल ऑफ दैट क्वांटिटी. सो यू के ऊपर मैंने एरो डाल दिया है, सो इट इज अ वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. एक्सेलरेशन इज अगेन अ वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. डायरेक्शन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर एक्सेलरेशन, सो अगेन एरो ओवर इट. टी इज स्केलर, इट डज नॉट रिक्वायर डायरेक्शन. टाइम इज स्केलर, सो नो एरो ओवर टी. सो vector quantities and scalar quantities, knowledge of vector and scalar is very essential. And these sign conventions that you have used for x-axis and y-axis, these sign conventions you have to apply while substituting the values of vector quantities. How this is done, how the sign conventions are to be applied, that we will see when I will explain this problem to you. So that we will see later. Third thing that you should know for solving this problem is there are two cases. When the motion of an object is in the upward direction, अगर कोई body ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है from the ground level to the top level, at the ground level it will have maximum initial velocity. उसकी initial velocity maximum होगी. जब वो ground पर है, due to gravitational force acting on it, gravitational force will not let it go up. वो उसे ऊपर जाने नहीं देगा. You will have to apply external force on it so that gravitational force is overcome. उसकी मैग्नीट्यूड कम करने के लिए और उसे ऊपर भेजने के लिए तुमको उस पर एक्सटर्नल फोर्स लगाना पड़ेगा, और तुम्हारे एक्सटर्नल फोर्स लगाने के कारण उसे बहुत हाई इनिशियल वेलोसिटी मिल रही है, और हमारी एनर्जी, हम क्योंकि उस पर फोर्स लगा रहे हैं, बॉडी को ऊपर फेंकने के लिए फोर्स लगाना पड़ता है, वो खुद ब खुद नहीं जा सकता बिकॉज ग्रेविटी डोंट लेट इट गो अप। सो ऊपर भेजने के लिए हमको फोर्स लगाना पड़ेगा। हमारे फोर्स लगाने के कारण हमारी एनर्जी वो बॉडी में जा रही है और वो बॉडी को बहुत हाई वेलोसिटी दिया जा रहा है ताकि वो मोशन में आए और ऊपर चलने लगे। सो उसकी इनिशियल वेलोसिटी u बहुत ज़्यादा होगी, मैक्सिमम होगी, ऊपर जाने लग गया वो बॉडी बिकॉज यू हैव अप्लाइड एक्सटर्नल फोर्स टू इट। इवन दो इट स्टार्ट्स गोइंग अप, ग्रेविटी स्टिल एक्ट्स ऑन इट, ग्रेविटी उस पर एक्ट करते ही रहेगा। हालांकि ग्रेविटी के इफेक्ट को हमने कम कर दिया है, थोड़ा इफेक्ट इसका मैग्नीट्यूड कम कर दिया है, असर कम कर दिया है हमारे एक्सटर्नल फोर्स के कारण, और बॉडी को ऊपर भेज दिया है। सो in its motion in the upward direction, even though it starts going up, gravity still acts on it. So here when it is going up, two forces are acting on it. एक है हमारा एक्सटर्नल फोर्स जो हमने उसको दे दिया, बाहर से पुश कर दिया ताकि वो ऊपर जाने की कंडीशन में रहे, और ऊपर जाते वक्त भी ग्रेविटी स्टिल एग्जिस्ट, उसकी मैग्नीट्यूड कम रहेगी पर, क्योंकि हमने ग्रेविटी के असर को कम करने के लिए ही एक्सटर्नल फोर्स दिया था। तो एक्सटर्नल फोर्स पहले से इतना दे दो कि ग्रेविटी का असर कम हो जाए और वो ऊपर जाने लग जाए। तो ऊपर जाते वक्त ग्रेविटी रहेगा ही, टू फोर्सेस आर एक्टिंग ऑन इट। एक मैंने एरो थोड़ा बड़ा बनाया है ताकि दैट एरो इंडिकेट्स द एक्सटर्नल फोर्स एक्टिंग ऑन इट विच इज ग्रेटर इन मैग्नीट्यूड, एंड डाउन arrow is the effect of gravitational force which has been lessened because of the external force, but they are opposite to each other. One is acting in the upward direction, our force external, and gravity is acting in the downward direction. These two forces are opposite. एक ऊपर एक्ट कर रहा है ज्यादा फोर्स, और एक फोर्स जो कम है वो उसका असर हमने कम किए, वो नीचे ही एक्ट होती जा रहा है, and they are opposite. तो resultant force is a vector quantity, तो रिजल्टेंट इफेक्ट उस बॉडी पर पड़ेगा और उसकी वेलोसिटी कम कम होती जाएगी जैसे जैसे वो ऊपर जाते जा रहा है। तो जब बॉडी ऊपर जाएगा, हमने उसे ऊपर भेजा, बट ऊपर जाते वक्त सबसे पहले जब वो ग्राउंड पर था तभी उसको हमने बहुत ज़्यादा वेलोसिटी दे दिया, और अब वो खुद ऊपर जा रहा है और उसकी वेलोसिटी कम होती जा रही है बिकॉज ऑफ द एक्शन ऑफ दीज टू फोर्सेस विच आर ऑपोजिट टू ईच अदर। तो रिजल्टेंट जो उसकी वेलोसिटी है वो कम होती जाएगी क्योंकि ग्रेविटी थोड़ी देर बाद फिर से एक्टिव हो जाएगा, एंड आफ्टर रीचिंग सर्टेन हाइट उसकी वेलोसिटी पूरी जीरो हो जाएगी। फाइनल वेलोसिटी, दिस इज फाइनल वेलोसिटी, इनिशियल वेलोसिटी वाज मैक्सिमम, दिस वी हैव गिवन दैट टू दैट बॉडी, एंड ऊपर जाते वक्त उसकी वेलोसिटी कम होती जाएगी और फाइनली एक हाइट पर पहुंचकर उसकी वेलोसिटी पूरी जीरो हो जाएगी। तो v will become zero, u will be maximum. So at the ground level, u is maximum. When it is going up, velocity decreases. At the top level, v is zero. This you have to keep in mind in order to solve the problems. Then, after reaching the height, certain height, it will automatically come down. Automatically come down means it will come down because of the action of gravity. अब gravity act करेगा पूरा, एक्सटर्नल फोर्स इज गॉन, नो नीड ऑफ एक्सटर्नल फोर्स, ग्रेविटी उसको अपने आप, ग्रेविटी तो वैसे भी उसको पुल कर ही रहा था इन द डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन, ऊपर जा रहा था तो भी ग्रेविटी वाज देयर, बट उसका असर कम था, एक्सटर्नल फोर्स ज़्यादा था। नाउ इसलिए इसकी वेलोसिटी कम होती जा रही थी और एक पर्टिकुलर हाइट पर पूरी वेलोसिटी जीरो हो गई। व्हेन द वेलोसिटी बिकम जीरो, इट विल नाउ कम डाउन टुवर्ड्स द ग्राउंड। ड्यूरिंग इट्स मोशन इन द डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन, it is coming down due to the action of the force of gravity. Here only one force is acting on the body, that is gravitational force. हमारे external force की जरूरत ही नहीं है उसे, क्योंकि gravitational force उसको automatically नीचे खींच लेगा। Body is moving in the downward direction, force is acting in the downward direction, only one force is there, and because of this force, acceleration is produced in the body. बहुत स्पीड में वो नीचे आएगा तो उसकी वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज होगी। एंड नोट वन थिंग, एट द टॉप लेवल इनिशियल वेलोसिटी विल बी जीरो। व्हाट इज दिस इनिशियल वेलोसिटी? दिस इनिशियल वेलोसिटी इज नथिंग बट ये जो फाइनल वेलोसिटी थी जब वो नीचे से ऊपर जा रहा था तो फाइनल वेलोसिटी जीरो हो गई थी। अब जब वो ऊपर से नीचे आ रहा है तो यही फाइनल इनिशियल बन जाएगा, ये v u बन जाएगा when it is coming down. So I hope you have understood this. This is very important. So u becomes 0. ये v ही u बन जाता है because u मतलब इनिशियल. तो ऊपर से नीचे आते वक्त v u बन जाएगा. So u is 0 और उसकी वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज होगी क्योंकि यहाँ सिर्फ एक ही फोर्स एक्ट हो रहा है, दैट इज ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स. उसको कोई एफर्ट्स नहीं करना पड़ रहा है. सो तेजी से नीचे आएगा, उसकी वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज होगी और इंक्रीज होते होते जब वो ग्राउंड पर पहुंच जाएगा मैक्सिमम वेलोसिटी उसमें आ जाएगी. तो v विल बी फाइनल वेलोसिटी व्हाइल कमिंग डाउन. जब वो ग्राउंड पर टच करेगा उसकी वेलोसिटी बहुत ही हाई होगी, मैक्सिमम होगी. तो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर इन द अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन at the ground level u max velocity decreases, at the top level v is 0. During the downward motion at the top level u 0 velocity increases and at the ground level v max. I hope you have understood this because these things you will require to solve this problem. Now let us